For the Falcons, leading off and pitching, number 16, Jack Diano. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 11, Matt Alakdari.
Do you have the lineups?
He's hitting for the center fielder.
Good afternoon and welcome to Silver Cross Field here in lovely Joliet, Illinois for the 4A consolation game here. It's a beautiful day for a ball game, and we just saw the 3A championship as Highland defeated Rock Falls. Right now we turn our attention to the field as Wheaton North announces their starting lineups. They will be taking on Neuqua Valley here today, and go to Brett joining me for the starting lineups for Neuqua.
I'm Brett Lyons, he's Phil Vanicos. We're coming to you live from Silver Cross Field. We apologize on our end of it. On my scorecard, we do not have the full lineups yet. We're in the process, but while you're watching the teams get ready here, we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about that championship game that just ended, that 3A1. That was a real throw that went right down to the end. And of course, the fireworks at the end is really what's highlighting, and unfortunate for these teams that they will not be able to be in the championship game tonight. Now that Neuqua Valley has been eliminated, Phil, you look at it and you think that in the championship game, this is Oak Park's thing to lose.
Oh, most definitely. Neuqua has to be very disappointed. 32-6 on the season. Came in, big school, came to win. 4,194 kids in the school. They got a great roster and had high hopes, but went down 5-1 yesterday to Park Hill. Excuse me. To Prairie Ridge, pardon me. And went down 7-1 yesterday to Prairie Ridge. So they will be very, well, they want to get the consolation very much today after having been defeated, of course. Maybe depression could settle in, and being favored to win since they won state last year, this depression could turn out into a poor performance for Neuqua Valley today, but I'm sure they have enough in them to pull out the consolation win here. And you can see on the field now, we have the Neuqua Valley starters, Wildcats here.
McNabb is batting for third baseman, number 10, Jeff Dean. Batting sixth, left fielder.
All right, the lineups are made and we are ready to go. We'll go ahead and start walking through these lineups here. Wheaton will be the road team. Neuqua will be the home team. We'll start first with Wheaton. They're going to be leading off with their pitcher, number 16, Jack Diano. Designated hitter, Matt Blockett-Harry will be batting second. Ryan Javich, the catcher, hits third. Travis Odo, the first baseman, will be batting fourth. Wade Saravenka, the right fielder, hits fifth. Eric Dama, the left fielder, hits sixth. Trey Martin, third baseman, will be batting seventh. Luke Thrope, the second baseman, hits eighth, and then rounding out the batting order, Mike Small, he'll be batting ninth. The Falcons are managed by Dan Schulzling. They have a record this year of 24 wins and 13 losses. Now you look at Neuqua, they have 32 wins out of their 39 games this season. Their lineup starts with their center fielder, Jordan Williamson, who will lead off. Ian Kroll, their starting pitcher, bats second. Travis Weldon, their shortstop, hits third. Jeff Rowan, the catcher, will be doing the cleanup hitting. The designated hitter, Brian McNabb, hits fifth. Jason David, left fielder, will hit sixth, playing out in left field. Chris Krupe, the right fielder, hits seventh. First baseman, Brian Berryman, will hit eighth. And then rounding out their batting order, their second baseman, Ryan Wagner. He will bat ninth. They are the Wildcats. They're managed by Robin Renner.
Again, 32-6 on the season.
32-7. They lost last night to get to here.
Quite an impressive record. Again, they were the returning state champions, and a little bit disappointed not to have made it to the championship game, but hopefully they'll come out today and get that consolation third place trophy. You can hear the fans in the stands still filing in here. Watch this third place consolation game.
We still got a huge crowd left over from the last game.
Yeah, they're still partying in that grassy knoll over there in right field. We got like a little after party going on there. Dancing a little bit to the PA music. It's being played, which has just ended. You can see now warming up on the mound the Wildcats pitcher.
For the Wildcats, they have going today Ian Kroll, number 21. Kroll, left-hander. And we're going to have Phil Vanikos read off some of his numbers for you from this season.
Yes, Ian Kroll played 11 games. He has an 8-1 record, 52 innings pitched with 22 hits, 7 earned runs, and an ERA of .94. Very impressive, Brett. And you see him throwing the ball with catcher number 9. That is
Rowan.
Jeff Rowan. Again, we're at beautiful Silvercross Field, but Silvercross Field has proven to be a little bit deceptive to these high school baseball players who are not used to such a big field. We have 400 feet straight out to center field, 327, I believe, out to right field, and 330 down the left field line.
You've got it. Let's go ahead and start off today's game. The starting pitcher for the Wildcats, Ian Kroll. First batter he's going to face is Jack Diano, the starting pitcher for Neuqua. They're already behind a pitch on the center field scoreboard as it should be 3-0. They've got it as 2-0.
Jack Diano had 122 at-bats this season, drove in 42 runs, 58 hits, 24 RBIs, and has an average of .475. Very impressive. He's had 6 doubles, 3 triples, and 4 home runs.
All right, now the lineups are all set. The defensive triangles have been made, and we are ready to go. That's a called third strike on Jack Diano, and he is now gone.
Ian Kroll
off this game.
Ian Kroll getting off to a great start with an opening strikeout here.
This will bring up Matt Plackett-Harry. He is the designated hitter, batting for the center fielder Monroe.
Yeah, Matt Plackett-Harry had 108 at-bats, 35 runs, 45 hits, 31 RBIs, and is batting .417 on the season. 10 doubles, 3 triples, and 4 home runs. Again, impressive record.
So that slugging average of his has to be very high as he'll lift that one towards the track out in right field, shallow right field near the brim of the infield, and it's caught for an out.
So good start here for Neuqua Valley. 2 quick outs.
Here comes Ryan Javich, the catcher.
Ryan Javits, 103 at-bats on the season, 23 runs, 40 hits, 33 RBIs, and he batted a .388 for the season. Had 10 doubles, 3 triples, and 2 home runs.
So the 0-1's on Javich. Make it 1-1 as he takes that ball away. Next one on the way from Ian Kroll. Time's called first. At home plate by Javich. Swung on and missed, and he is gone.
And it's a quick 1-2-3 inning here at Silvercross Field for the 4A consolation game. Still 0-0 after 1.5 inning here. Neuqua Valley takes care of business.
All right, we'll go ahead and give you the lineups here for these teams defensively. You just saw for the Wildcats, their fielders out in left field. It goes David, Williamson, Krupe. Midfield from left to right, Dean, Weldon, Wagner, and Berryman. The battery is Kroll and Rowan. We now go to the Falcons. Neuqua Valley, 32 wins, 7 losses. They've got Dama, Monroe, Saravenka, their outfield. Martin, Small, Trope, and Otto, their infield from left to right. And then Yarich, the catcher for the starting pitcher, Jack Diano. You see him out there now wearing number 16. He's a right-hander, Kroll's a left-hander. These are a couple of good guys to have going today.
And
the numbers for Jack Diano. He's a right-handed pitcher, comes in 5'11", 175-pound junior. 7 wins, 1 loss this season, 61 innings thrown. That leads the team. 45 hits, 9 earned runs, 20 walks to 59 strikeouts, almost a perfect 1-3 ERA at $1.03.
Thank you very much. Leading off for the Wildcats at the bottom of the first, the center fielder number 2.
Jordan Williamson will be getting things going here to lead off the bottom of the first for the Wildcats.
Jordan Williamson played in 31 games this year. He had 98 at-bats, 33 runs, 30 hits, 21 RBIs. It's an average of .306, and 1 double, 1 triple, and 3 home runs on the season.
First pitch in there for strike 1. It's Williamson, Kroll, and Weldon to lead things off here in the bottom of the first. Diano, the leadoff man for Wheaton, and Kroll, the starting pitcher for Neuqua, will bat second. So both of these pitchers, very athletic, very fast guys. They're both at the top of their order.
Yes, and we see that often. Pitchers in the high school leagues are often very, very athletic and will bat towards the top of the lineups.
Fouls back to the screen, and will hold it 0-2. Swung on a miss, strike 3, so already Jack Diano's recorded a strikeout.
Pitcher number 21, Ian Kroll.
So both teams opening the game with a strikeout. Both pitchers getting off to a great start. So up to bat now is number 21, the pitcher, Ian Kroll.
First pitch he sees, he'll lift high, out of play. Trying to give chase to the third baseman, Martin, and he will make the backhanded catch. Good job, Martin. Looked like he was going to run out of room, but he's able to hold it. And he had to go backhand full extension, but he gets his glove on the ball.
Very impressive, especially with that backhand. It looked as if it was going out of play, and it looked like he wouldn't get to it, but he got there. And I don't know if it was just showy, but made the backhanded catch and was able to make the out.
Big ballpark here in Joliet. As you can see above us, a little bit of cloud coverage too now. For the most part of today, it's been nothing but hot, humid, and sunny.
Brian McNabb at the plate now. Just saw him foul to right field to that grassy knoll over there. Brian McNabb had played 33 games, had 87 at-bats, 33 runs, 36 hits, 37 RBIs, and average of .414 on the season.
That's on the inside part of the plate for strike 2. Deuces wild here in the bottom of the first.
Also had 2 home runs this season.
That's a liner. It will go to the second baseman, gobbled up by Thrope. They'll throw over to first. Otto's got the ball, and that will retire the side. In the first inning, 6 up, 6 down. Both of these teams exchanging zeros. We're headed to the second, scoreless from Joliet.
Activities generates values that make athletes better citizens. Here's a challenge for
And that's the lineup for Wheaton, as you see on your screen now. Again, Deanna, the starting pitcher, leading the team off. There you go with the designated hitter and then the catcher. So a rather unique lineup here for Wheaton.
Leading off the top of the
Wheaton
second for the
Falcons under the management of Dan Schoseling. He's coached his team to 24 wins this year against 13 losses. They weren't expected to go far, but they made a run in this tournament. Here they are in the 4A third place game. First pitch to Travis Otto, the first baseman, misses for ball 1.
And Travis Otto batting .333 on the season.
Next one, a blueprint, misses down low and away again, 2-0. That's a missile out of play, 2-1. Oh, it was almost caught. How about that? I thought that ball was going to drift out of here a lot more. Berryman, the first baseman, gave a chase. It hit the tarp, couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, and if they didn't have that tarp there, he definitely would have gotten to it. And it just went over the fence on that grassy knoll area.
That's a missile straight up in the air, out towards right field. On the run is Krupe. He's on the warning track and makes a catch. That's a major league flyout.
Good job, able to track that down. It's a little overcast here, and maybe some sun was peeking through there. Always difficult. And it's always difficult to judge the outfield in such a big field.
Wade Saravenka, the right fielder. First one he sees from Kroll. It's upstairs, a called strike. Another pitch upstairs. He's changing speeds. He went fastball, then breaking ball. Might have even been the changeup. Kroll's next one slapped out of play. It'll bounce around in one of our camera wells.
And he keeps alive. 0-2.
And he is gone on strikes.
Another strikeout.
That's his third already out of 5 batters faced.
Very impressive.
Eric Dama, the left fielder. It's been nothing but right-handers here so far, really, for Wheaton.
Yeah, Wheaton just batted Otto, Cervenka, and now Dama, all hitting around 340-ish.
So the middle part of this order is productive. That's away from the plate. Now 2-0 to the Falcon left fielder.
Yep. Dama had 36 hits on the season.
Found to the backstop.
26 RBIs, 7 doubles, only 2 home runs on the season, and 20 runs scored total.
The 2-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Swung on and missed. Count leaving up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kroll is cruising so far. And that's a little nubber. It'll stay right off of home plate. The 2-2. We'll reset and we'll do it again. Dama just trying to stay alive here in this at-bat. Nice little gap out there in right center field if he can find it. Thought about swinging. He'll take it for ball 3, so the count's now gone full.
Kroll threw a good pitch there, and if Dama had swung there, boy, he would have gotten him.
That's down low. That's ball 4, and that's a walk.
Kroll cannot keep it together and walks his first batter of the game here.
First man aboard for either team. So here's Trey Martin, the third baseman.
Still 2 outs in the first inning here, scoreless. Man on first base, and Kroll looking to finish this one off.
Called strike upstairs. So far today we've seen this ump call everything up. Some guys have those adjusted strike zones where they only call the inside stuff or the outside stuff. Very big strike zone at home plate. Swung on and missed, strike 2.
Trey Martin has been hitting high 200s, 280 to be exact. So, decent hitter, but not as productive as some of the other guys in the top of the lineup.
Ball gets away from Rowan, but he's able to get to it. They don't want Dama going.
We've seen a lot of stolen bases here today at Silver Cross Field.
Swung on and fouled back. The count will hold at a ball and 2 strikes.
In the 3A championship game, we saw 9 stolen bases by Highland.
Yes.
Very impressive.
Casual throw over to first. Dama's back by plenty.
And we can always appreciate good base running and good steals. And there's nothing like it.
That's a called third strike, and that's the end of the inning. Nasty pitch there by Kroll. Froze up Martin. He had nowhere to go. He'll stand up there for a called third strike, and he comes to an end. We're still scoreless. Neither team with a hit.
And we're back here at Silver Cross Field for the 4A consolation game. It's the second inning, bottom of the second inning. Neuqua Valley up to bat.
Jeff Roan to lead things off here. He's first pitch swinging. He'll flying out right to right field. Saravenka was all over it. So one pitch and a line drive out to right.
Number 8, Brian McNabb.
Good solid contact by Rowan. Just couldn't get it down on the grass. So a pitch in and out. Here comes Brian McNabb. He's first pitch swinging right back to the pitcher. Another quick out. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Get the feeds ready, guys. We're going to commercial here after this next pitch, it looks like. Jason David, the left fielder, now steps up, trying to avoid a 3-pitch second inning. I'm going to go ahead and bet money that he takes first pitch. Deano sets and winds. Yeah, what do you know? It's upstairs, but a called strike.
Well, definitely right. You don't want to go down in 3 pitches. Be nice to take at least the first one. He's going to take the second one here too, but
that's a nice little curveball that caught the corner.
Most definitely. Wheaton playing some great defense here. Neuqua just a little bit unlucky. Shot right to the pitcher. Shot right to the right fielder. Line drive right to the right fielder. So
a ball and 2 strikes on Jason David. That's a liner towards third, gobbled up by Martin, and it goes through his legs. So he's on an error, and he's going to try and stretch it to second, and he'll get there. So an error down the line ends up being similar to a double.
Yeah, and I think they got a little bit lax on that play when it went through the third baseman's hands there. And the left fielder, I don't think got over there fast enough. Kind of skipped over there and allowed the runner to get to second base. Very dangerous now for Wheaton.
Dama was in no hurry to get to that ball. As a result, standing on second, Jason David. Chris Krupe, the right fielder. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. Krupe can reach. Brian Berryman will get an at-bat here in the second as well. Next delivery from Jack Deano. Downstairs, 2-0. 2 outs here in the second, a scoreless game. This is the Class 4A third place game.
The runner was thinking of going there, but catcher doing a good job of smothering that ball.
The 2-0. After a long look at second, it catches the lower part of the corner for strike 1. This home plate ump very generous today as far as his strike zone.
Chris Krupe out to bat right now, or Krupe, is batted .291 on the season.
Thought about going. Good take, 3-1.
And had 20 RBIs, so he's looking to bat in the runner at second.
So just kind of hot and muggy out there right now. Not a whole lot of wind. That's ball 4. So first and second here, starting with 2 outs. Here's Berryman.
Berryman also had a 290 average on the season. Only 5 RBIs though and 9 hits. Only 23 games played and 31 at bats.
First one from Deano, nice running fastball, strike 1.
So he didn't get as much experience playing as the other guys on his team, but still looking to drive in these 2 runners.
That's on the inside, strike 2.
And boy, the weather not looking too good here at Silvercross Field.
They've got that storm detector. We're supposed to have rain last night. Not a whole lot of it came down. That's through the middle. That's a base hit. This is going to score a run towards center field. We're going to have a play at the plate. Onto the relay. It's cut off by the pitcher. Poor decision there by Deano. The only shot he would have had was to let it one bounce to the catcher, but he didn't. As a result, that's an RBI single. It's 1-0. The guy on the error comes around to score.
So that error really killed Wheaton there, allowing the runner to advance to second base, and he touches the home plate.
Jason David comes around to score at what would have been an inning-ending ground out to third. As a result, they get a run, and they still are looking for more. A pass ball. How about this?
And when everything just looked fine and dandy for Wheaton, two pitches, 2 outs, they break down, and Deano cannot get the third out.
That's Wagner up there now. First pitch, obviously, he took for ball 1 as it flew by him. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Down low, 2-0. Jordan Williamson, the leadoff hitter, on deck. Three and nothing.
Now Wagner batting a little bit below his other teammates. A 238 on the year.
Ball 4 loads him up. Williamson's got a chance with the bases loaded here in 2 outs to really do some damage.
So Deano not helping out his team here by walking the batter.
And he's going to have a meeting with his head coach.
Only the 3rd inning here, and things aren't looking too great for Wheaton.
Dan Schosling out there right now talking to Jack Deano.
Probably going out there telling them to finish strong. He only needs 1 more out, and he cannot afford a pass ball. He cannot afford a walk.
All this started with 2 outs. They're loaded for Williams. That just got away from him. Williamson, the center fielder, struck out back in the 1st.
Another
7th man to bat in the inning.
Another scary moment there for Wheaton. The catcher had trouble getting his hands on that one.
That's a missile right off the pitcher's glove. He'll lose his glove, but bare hand over to first, and he luckily gets out of it with no damage. I don't mean runs, I mean to his hand. That was dangerous.
Yeah.
Neuqua Valley ends up scoring a run at the end of 2. They lead 1-0.
And we're back at Silvercross Field. It's the top of the 3rd inning. Wheaton up to bat here. It's the 4A consolation game here in lovely Joliet, Illinois. Looks like it's gonna rain soon. I'm Philip Vinicos here with Brett Lyons, and we're looking forward to a good game here. 1 run scored only, and we've seen some great pitching though.
It's a matchup between Kroll and Deano. Kroll out there right now, and that's a called 3rd strike. Pretty pitch there as he froze up the leadoff hitter here in the 3rd, Luke Thrope, and he's gone.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. Some great pitching.
Back-to-back strikeouts. He's retired 5 of his last 6. He's retired 7 of the last 8. He only gave up a walk in that 2nd inning. Here's Mike Small. Small, the shortstop today.
Kroll's actually hit to allow a hit. So 2 innings passed, no hits yet. Whoa, and another high fastball. Catch some swinging.
That's a called third strike. So Kroll, 3 straight Ks.
Third pitcher, number 16.
He ate a special K this morning. That'll bring up Jack Deano. He struck out back in the first.
Yeah, Deano having some problems on the mound. Walked the guy.
First pitch again in there for a strike. Kroll is wasting no time here. It's hot. Kroll does not want to be out there. He's making these hitters for Wheaton pay. That's in there for a strike. Nice breaking ball. Look at the curve on that.
Kroll is doing a great job controlling that strike.
Nothing in 2. A ground ball to second. That'll do it. It's thrown over there by Wagner to Berryman, and they get him again. 3 straight in a row. We're going to keep coverage here, as that was a quick 1, 2, 3 inning. This game is flying by. Started about 20 minutes ago. We're already to the bottom of the third.
Well, 3 innings gone by and no hits for Wheaton here. Having some troubles getting that ball onto the field. When it has landed in the field, Neuqua's defense has jumped right on it. And so, seen some great defense from Neuqua. We saw some all right defense from Wheaton here. Unfortunately, an error led to the only run that Neuqua had scored in the bottom half of the last inning. Now you see on your screen the diagram.
That's the defensive lineup for the Falcons. The outfield, as we mentioned, Dama, Monroe, and Cervenka out and right. Martin, Small, Thrope, and Otto make the infield. Battery consists of the starter, Deano, and the catcher, Javich.
We already saw the coach come out to talk to Deano when he had trouble getting the third out with the bases loaded. Let's see if Deano can hold up this inning. See him getting some pitches in right here on the mound.
Leading off the Wildcats, the bottom of the third, the pitcher, number 21.
Let's see if he can hold up.
All right, so Kroll's going to get an at-bat here to lead off the third. Hit a fly ball into foul territory down the third baseline. The third baseman, Martin, retired him on the catch. Pitcher on pitcher. Righty on lefty. Advantage should be for Kroll. That's out to left. Not a whole lot of movement there by Dama. He had to come about 3 feet in, and that's a first pitch out.
Good positioning by the left fielder.
Lucky break for him. He had to go a total of about 5 feet, maybe. All he did was just come in and catch it. Travis Weldon struck out to end the first. He'll take the first one right there for a strike. Not a huge crowd on hand for this game. Neuqua a little upset that they didn't get to that game later today. I'm sure their fan base is going to suffer because of it. Foul ball lifted out of play.
And we have our little sound effect brought to you by the PA announcer. Anytime that ball goes out of the
That's
field.
a dribbler down the first baseline. Could be trouble. They throw over to first. Oh, it's wide and perfect.
Good.
Looked like he was going to have to throw through the body of Weldon to get there.
Yeah, no, good positioning and good defensive play there by Wheaton.
I'll bring up Rowan, the catcher. Rowan back last inning, led it off with a fly out to right on his first pitch.
Yeah, he's got some great power.
First pitch to Jeff. It's away for ball 1.
Rowan had 7 home runs on the season, so good power hitter.
You can tell just from looking at him, the kid is jacked.
Mm-hmm.
That's a missile down third. That ball's on a mission. Martin will throw to first. He'll get him. Another ground out. It's another 1, 2, 3 inning. It's a quick game here from Joliet. We're through 3. 1-0. Neuqua on top of Wheaton.
And we're back at Silver Cross Field for the 4A consolation game, Neuqua Valley versus Wheaton North here.
That's the batting lineup for Wheaton. We're starting off 2, 3, 4 here. Plecht, Harry, Yavich, and Odo to be leading it off. In the top of the fourth, 1-0 Wheaton. They scored that one run in the bottom of the second. It all started off with 2 outs and an error. After the error walk, a walk, that leadoff error came back to haunt him as he came around to score, and that's been the difference. Other than that, it's been a pitcher's game. Kroll just out-dueling Deano at the moment.
Yeah, we've seen some great control, some great speed, and some great great variety from Kroll here on the mound. He's just getting it done.
Palacteri.
It'll be interesting to see how much more of this game we can fit in here. A little bit longer. Looks like the rain's going to start to come down.
We're hoping that Mother Nature cooperates with us for the rest of the night. Go ahead and give us shade from the sun, but just don't rain. First one in there for strike one. Back in the first, he hit a pop-up in foul territory. The first baseman caught. That was Berryman.
He looked like he was showing a bunt.
That one's lifted out of play, 0-2.
Maybe it was just a check swing. Another
Sounds
great
like Eddie
sound
Murphy.
effect. Yeah, another great sound effect from our PA announcer. Of course, anytime that ball flies into the stands or flies out of this park, you will hear some interjection.
Strike three, he held on to it. Nice catch there in the dirt by Rowan to hold on.
And they should play an interjection there because he got burned. Kroll doing a good job.
He got burned.
He did get burned.
They should just blow fire onto the field.
Yeah.
You got torched, son. Deal with it.
Yeah, I think the PA announcer should have like a flamethrower and they can shoot out some fire there.
Sounds good to me. There's Yavich. He took the first one for ball one, foul off the screen, 1-1. Family fun park is what Silver Cross Field is, with the little grass areas, the seating arrangement.
We'll see.
The stuff to amuse the kids out in center field. They've got that miniature diamond. They've got the batting cages and the pitching guns, so you can check your speed. And that's down the line. That's trouble. It'll one hop into the glove of the right fielder, Krupe. He'll throw it in, and it'll be held to a single, so Yavich is on.
And that's the first hit for Wheaton North. I thought...
Took him long enough. We're in the top of the fourth.
I thought with all those strikeouts and all those great pitches that Kroll was throwing, I thought he might have gotten a no-hitter today. But still has a chance to throw a wonderful game today.
Big swing, came up empty.
And that's what I'm talking about. Kroll delivering, hitting the strike zone with great pace, with great control.
Travis Otto flew out to right. Back in the second. So now 0-2. The big swing and then the frozen second strike on the corner. This is for 3A, or excuse me, for 4A, third place. Too many numbers. That's a ground ball towards short. It's off the glove of the shortstop, Weldon. It'll stay right there. They're going to have a play at third. No, they won't. Yavich is too fast. He's able to make it into third.
And
that should be an error on the shortstop.
Yes, it should.
That's batter, the right fielder, number 34, Wade Cervenka.
So it's a reach on an error for Odo. Yavich moves into third. Inning's not over. One out. Runners on the corners. Kroll's got himself in trouble.
Yeah.
You see Rowan go out, calling out the new signs.
Just like that, momentum's changing here. One out, and Kroll was pitching excellently.
We got a pinch runner at first as well, or courtesy runner for Odo.
Kroll was pitching so well, and now, after that error, you got runners on the corners here, and Wheaton is in striking distance. Number 3.
At the plate now, Wade Cervenka. A lot of space down the right field line if he can hook one. That's a balk. That's going to cost another run.
Oh boy. A little bit of a choke up here from Kroll on the mound. That's not the best time to balk. Runner on third. And you tie up the game here, 1-1.
It's not over. Still a man in scoring position, one out. That'll make its way out to right on the run. The right fielder's over his head. That could be a triple. Moving around the base pads is Cervenka. He'll pull up at second. He'll take a double. He'll take an RBI. It's now 3-1.
And Wheaton comes out here, taking the lead.
2-1.
2-1.
Keep it at 2-1. Jumping ahead of myself here.
Well,
could be 3-1 if another double comes up here off the bat of Dama.
Man on second, and Crawl losing his control a little bit here. Let's see if he can regain. Ooh.
Pitching coach or the head coach or somebody's got to go out and talk to this kid. Eric Dama, walk back in the second, no official at bat. Lifted out of play. So a strikeout, then the single, and error on the shortstop. That could have been 2. That would have ended the inning. But no, another error.
And there's only 1 out here.
Each team's made 1, and it's cost each team a run. Throw over to first, they get the out, the 4-3, but it moves the runner.
2 outs here, runner on third.
Cervenka's on third base. Dama grounds out, 4-3. It comes up with Trey Martin. If he can get a base hit here, it's 3-1. Martin struck out in the second. A high pop-up. It'll make its way behind the PA booth. Went straight up in the air. Everyone was looking up and couldn't find it.
Surprised we didn't get our sound effect there. I was looking forward to our little...
I probably couldn't even find it in the booth. Or the girl. Either or. Called strike on Martin, so now it's 0-2.
I can confirm that from here it is a man standing in or sitting in the booth.
That's a 58-footer. That's going to get through the legs of Rowan. That's another run. And it gets away from the pitcher on the way back.
Yeah, and if there was another runner, he would have scored too. That is quite the error from a Neuqua team that looked to win state this year. Coming in today, playing so well, holding Wheaton to no hits, and then just exploding downhill.
Damn it, does not get an RBI for that. Did not result as at bat. Call third strike in the knees, and the inning is over. But a big crooked number goes up on that board. Top of the fourth, they add on 3. We're headed to the bottom frame of the 4th inning. It's 3-1. Wheaton on top of Neuqua.
3-1 here at Silvercross Field. You can see that Neuqua lineup. Neuqua down 2 runs. And up now is McNabb, David, and Krupe.
First pitch on the way from Diagno. It'll make its way out to left field, giving chase. The left fielder, Dama, on the track.
Ooh. That
bounced. The relay to second, not a good one.
And again, it could be that big outfield. High school players not used to this kind of venue.
That's a hit. It never hit his glove and never made an error. So McNabb starts off with a leadoff double. Could do worse. Here's Jason David. Reached on an error, scored that 1 run for Neuqua back in the second.
Well, Neuqua looking to get back here. Of course, angry that they lost their semifinal. And angry that they're down 2 runs.
A missile straight up in the air and out of play.
I'm betting we get a sound effect here.
Oh, tough break. Don't go to Vegas, that's all I'm going to say. David with a reach on an error. He's 0 for 1 with a run scored. Next one misses up. Ball on the strike. Krupe on deck. The 1-1's right there. It's now become 1-2.
Jason David, again, .453 average on the year, 11 home runs, so he can hit it.
Swung on a miss, strike 3.
You know, he probably was swinging for those fences and got caught.
That's his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon, first one since the 1st inning. Here's Krupe. A walk. Came all the way around to 3rd and was stranded there when the bases were loaded in the 2nd. That's a foul ball hooking out towards the grass hill.
No, that's not what it's called, Brett.
It's not a null. Hang on one second. Let me find the sheet. It is called the True Green Chem 1 Grassy Berm.
Grassy berm.
There's a couple of them. That one's away from the plate.
Yeah, Deanio regaining some of the stuff he had in the first inning. We saw it go away a little bit in the second and third, especially when he gave up that one run. But looks like he's gotten things under control here, especially with that strikeout.
That's through for a base hit. That could score a run. We're going to have a play at the plate. No, we don't. It's a slip up at third. They're going to try and nail him, but he's safe. That should have been a run, but McNabb lost his footing.
It's a tough break for McNabb there.
He tried to round third, and as he did, there's a little corner where the grass meets the dirt, and it makes a 90-degree angle. Looked like his right cleat got stuck in there, and he went straight down.
Yeah, very dangerous.
So that's a base hit for Krupe. Upset that he didn't get an RBI out of that.
Runners on the corners now.
One out.
Deanio looking to get a strikeout. Runner, ooh.
Berryman takes ball one down low.
And the runner looked like he was going, but then he backed away a little bit. He looks like he could have made it. Ball was in the dirt.
Runner goes. There was a hit and a run.
Good pitch by Deanio.
They're getting aggressive on the base pads. I like that.
Yeah, that's the key. We saw Highland in the.
That's how Highland scored.
Yeah.
A majority of their runs.
9 stolen bases. Unbelievable.
They won the game 6-2. It's a lot closer than it looked. Though Highland was doing everything right. That's a bouncing ball up the middle. That's a base hit. That'll get a run in. They'll hold up at first and second. An RBI single by Berryman. Neuqua's right back in this.
And Berryman, who was batting .290 on the season, a little bit lower than the rest of his teammates, comes in with the clutch hit right up the middle.
So the middle part of this order and the bottom part of this order getting it done. Here's Wagner, drew a walk back in the second.
Unfortunately, Deanio is getting hit every which way. We had some up the center. We have some to right field. Hit some down the third base line.
First pitch, good block down the dirt by Yarch.
The coach has got to look at how Deanio.
The wind's starting to pick up now. It's usually a sign of a storm to come. Let's hope it'll hold off till 7 o'clock. That's a scheduled start time with a 4A championship game, the final playoff game of the season. It's always nice to say it was the final game of the year and you won it.
Yeah, you know that. What's that saying? Something about first and third are the best because you always go out in the win. I don't know if I agree with that, but that's how it goes.
That miss for a ball, 3-1. Good hitters count here for Wagner. Williamson on deck.
Coach has got to look at Deanio now. Does he have a little more in him? He's starting to lose it a little bit.
And that's ball 4. They're loaded. So for the second straight at bat, Jordan Williamson comes up with the bases loaded. Last time, ground out right to the pitcher. This time, let's see if he can get a hit down, score some runs.
Yeah, only one out here. And Neuqua, a little bit vengeful here, looking to score some runs.
Last time up, same 3 guys were on base. Krupe at third, Berryman at second, Wagner at first. It's deja vu all over again for Williamson. Strikeout and a comebacker.
And Williamson batting .306 on the season, so he knows how to get it done. 21 RBIs.
That's lifted on a play.
Sound effect.
0-2. I think he hears you now and he's purposely not doing it. He's just trying to get you angry. I think it's working.
It is.
You can feel the warm, muggy air coming through the cracks in the doors here. Only imagine what it's like down in that field. Not a whole lot of fly balls in this thick air. They're all going to be dead.
I'm not going to lie. The air conditioning is quite pleasant.
You must really rip the leather off a ball for it to leave here. That's a check swing down the first baseline. Foul.
And, you know, it actually looked like it had bounced foul first before rolling fair. I'm not sure if the ump got a good view of it because of the catcher was obstructing his view, but it looked like he should have called the foul ball earlier because of the spin of the ball. It looked like the ball returned into fair territory and then left and went foul.
The 1-2's in the dirt. Good block there by Yerich.
Again, Diano losing a little bit of control here. Very scary, especially with the bases loaded. And Williamson looking to get it done. He had 3 home runs in the season, so he can hit it pretty far, too.
The 2-2 slap down the first base side. He drops the ball. That's going to score a run. They can't get any outs. They're still loaded.
And
that's an error.
That's got to be an error, Brett. Definitely.
He had that, dropped it, tried to go to first, had no play. Williamson is too fast.
Well, Diano wasn't expecting the error, and he wasn't on his high horse over to first base. So as soon as he saw the drop, he started sprinting, but it was too late. Base runner Williamson already made it there.
So Krupe comes in to score. Berryman makes it to third.
And we got a tie ball game here, Brett. 3-3 and only 1 out.
Wagner's at second. Williamson's over at first. Big swing for Ian Kroll, trying to help his own cause as the game is now tied at 3 apiece.
Oh, I guess you go for it if he gives you a little cookie pitch there.
Kroll, after getting burned by an error, comes back and maybe now has a shot to get another one. They get the out over at second. Throw over to third. It's loose. A run came home. Third out was not made. That's a fair ball. It's now 4-3.
And fans getting a little bit rowdy here. Not too happy with that call at second base.
Next batter, the shortstop, number 7, Travis Weldon.
Runner was called out at second.
It's a fielder's choice for Kroll. It's an RBI fielder's choice. Drives in Berryman, sends Wagner to third, Williamson to second. Courtesy runner at first.
So Neuqua.
Pitcher comes out.
Neuqua takes the lead here, 4-3. 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning.
Rob Skorowski comes over to run for Kroll at first. They're loaded for the good hitters in this lineup. Travis Weldon, who's 0 for 2 today.
First and third here.
Oh, first
Runner
and third
was thrown
now.
out
That's
second.
right, the force it.
You are listening and watching on Hypercast.net. This is an HCN sports production. I'm Philip Vinicos here with Brett Lyons, and we're here at lovely Silver Cross Field. Lovely Silver Cross Field is going to turn into not so lovely Silver Cross Field pretty soon.
I think it
Looks
already
like,
has.
Yeah, rain is coming down, drizzling a little bit. We're protected in the press box, so don't worry for us or anything like that.
We got a couple of changes being made defensively. If you guys are coming in, I think there's going to be a pitching change. And indeed there will be.
Well, I said, keep an eye on Daniel there. It looks like he was losing some of his control, some of his pace, and letting too many runners on base. So he was just getting hit everywhere.
All right, so we've got a pitching change here as Wheaton wants a new hurler in there. We'll tell you about him when we return. It's 4-3. Neuqua scored 3 here in this bottom of the 4th. They're not done yet. Pitching change here made for Wheaton. They're going to take out Diano. They want Dama. Dama comes out from left field and now come pitch. For Wheaton, now in left field, and his replacement is Harper. So a double switch as Diano is now out of the ball game. Harper comes in. The first pitch that he throws to Weldon, it's in there for strike 1. So Diano only lasts 3 2/3. Gave up a total of 4 hits.
4 runs as well.
Only 3 of them were earned because of the error.
Ooh.
Swung on a miss. Pretty change up there, 1-2.
Yeah, we saw that one just dip down at the end there. And batter could not figure it out.
So Weldon trying to stay alive. Check swing did not go around. Good take. Weldon 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground back to the pitcher.
We did mention Dam on the mound now. He was 7-2 on the season, 40 innings pitched.
He's a number 2.
Yeah, 30.
That hit him.
Ooh.
That hit the body of Weldon. I don't know what
wait,
he's
hold on.
arguing about.
They say he walked into it.
That hit him in the jersey. He's pointing to first. He's going to first. Runners are smart. They're holding on the base pads. You can tell there's really a lack of energy right now in the ballpark. It's muggy. It's dark. It's a third-place game. None of the fans are really too excited to be here, it looks like. We sure are, though.
Oh, yeah.
We're Brett Lyons and Phil Vanikos, and we're working to bring you this game live on hypercast.net, a production of HCN Sports.
Hey, we got air conditioning up here and drinks and sandwiches, and we're having a great time.
We're set. I'm watching baseball.
Yeah.
I'm working.
Yeah.
So Weldon's going to stay at the plate. They're going to call that ball 3. So he's got a full count. Runners on the corners. 2 outs here. Runners go. Call third strike right down the middle.
You know, the ump was signaling that looked like he walked into the pitch, or didn't try to get out of the way.
I don't think so. I didn't see his feet move unless his hips rotated or something from an angle where we couldn't see them.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we're down on the third base side. We're a little bit to the right and straight behind the third base dugout. So we're seeing straight down the first base foul line. So for lefties, it's tough to see them move like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, end of 4. 4-3 here in Neuqua Valley, up 1 run.
You can see these guys talking about it. They're saying, no, he leaned into it.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're Wheaton fans.
Of course. Again, 4-3 here from Silver Cross Field. It's a 4A consolation game. I'm Philip Vanikos here with Brett Lyons. You're watching on hypercast.net. This is an HCN Sports production. Wheaton North up to bat here in the top of the 5th.
In the inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, an error, couple stranded. Top of the 5th, here we come in a 4-3 ball game. Teams exchange 3 runs each in the 4th, in the home and the away frame.
Yeah,
Kroll goes back to work.
That's good to see, except those runs a lot of them were earned on errors as opposed to actual hits. So
sloppy baseball.
Yeah, it's never the best. And weather conditions aren't bad yet, so weather's not to blame.
They're unfavorable, but as far as precipitation, no, it's fine out there. It's nice and dry.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little muggy, a little humid, and unpleasant. 8-9-1, the scheduled hitter is Luke Thrope to start it off. He is the second baseman for Wheaton. He'll take first pitch for a strike. Fouled straight back, strike 2.
And Kroll still doing a great job on the mound. Still holding up there. Daniel had to be switched, but Kroll strong.
Kroll with an RBI fielder's choice. That put the team ahead in the 4th. Swung out and missed. Fastball right through him.
That's a
no chance.
Nice pace from Kroll there. He still got it. It's the 5th inning, and he's still holding up.
That's his 9th strikeout. In the 4 previous innings, he's got 2 in each. He's averaging 2 strikeouts an inning, folks. First one misses for a ball.
That's impressive since you only need 3 to end the inning.
That's a strike, and it helps also, too, that he's got this big strike zone from the home plate up.
Yeah.
He's been very generous to the stuff away, and then also he's calling the high stuff.
Yeah, the high stuff, definitely.
That's fouled off the glass.
Sound effect. Yes.
There you go.
Bingo.
You happy now?
I'm happy.
Sweet. This is Mike Small at the plate. Diagno, the starting pitcher, on deck. That's a long run for Rowan. Oh, and he tries to dive head first to get it, but can't.
You know, I think he might have gotten
A-plus effort.
The leather of his glove might have just touched it.
Nah, I think he scraped it and just couldn't hold on to it.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah?
He was off.
Oh, yeah, he was like a sprinter on that
You'd
one.
swear his feet were on fire. He was on a mission to get that.
Mm-hmm.
His chest probably burns a little bit. The 1-2.
Chafing.
Ooh, tries to bring it in.
A little chafing between that chest protector and the uniform. As he,
Skin on his chest is going to burn.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, sliding in dirt? No, thank you. The 2-2 foul to the screen. We'll do it again. You can see the little kid in the background. He was looking at the ball through the screen. It came right at him. He jumped 5 feet backwards.
Of course, safety is always an issue. Got a nice protective screen here, but nothing like the illusion that you're going to get hit through that screen.
The 3-2 lifted out to right field. Starting back and then in is Krupp. He'll make the catch as Small is retired.
So 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
He's got to get a strikeout on Diagno to keep his average of 2 an inning up. He's already gotten Diagno once, and he also got him to ground out to second.
Well, Diagno will be looking to make up the runs he gave up as a pitcher.
That must have just not carried back over the plate. It looked perfect on the TV screen. The 1-0 jammed him on the fist.
Sound effect.
1-1. So the scoreboard's already behind again. Another pitch. They're at 0-1. It's 1-1. That's a grounder to second, so it ultimately won't matter. They'll throw to first, and that's the out. They got to start turning the lights on this building. It's getting dark in here. It's also getting dark on Wheaton North season. They trail 4-3. They've got some work to do. Neuqua Valley to bat when we return.
And we're back at Silver Cross Field. Bottom of the 5th inning, Neuqua Valley leads 4-3. It's the 4A consolation game here in lovely Joliet, where it looks like it's starting to rain. And hopefully the rain will hold up. Again, 4-3. Bottom of the 5th, Neuqua looking to widen the gap, looking to get some revenge on their loss last night. Losing in the semifinal, unable to advance to the final. They were last year's state champions.
They're the heavy favorites to do it again. That's a nice rip to the foul screen by Rowan. He's leading off here in the 5th. The last inning, they had 8 men come to the plate. Rowan was the one guy who did not get to bat in the 4th inning after that called strikeout on Weldon. That misses 1-2. His next pitch, it was high, but it slapped over towards short. Grounded by the shortstop. They throw to first. By about half a step, they beat him out. That was a lot closer.
Good throw by the shortstop there. Now it's going to be interesting to see how Dama holds up here.
So here's McNabb, and now we see all the fans starting to move, and we see the rain coming down.
Let's see how much longer they go before the umps have to call this one.
They'll probably just call it 5 innings, but now they can't do that because it's the bottom of the 5th. So what do? Play 6. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
I'm not exactly sure about the rules, but if we get rained out after 5, isn't it done?
They can call it off, correct. That's a called third strike. You knew that was coming. The umps don't want to get wet. They want to get off this field. They're going to hurry this game up as best they can.
Yeah, and so the rain strike zone will take into effect.
So McNabb with that double to lead off the 4th is gone. Here comes Jason David 0 for 2, a reach on an error by the third baseman Smith, and then a strikeout.
Jason David up to bat now.
First pitch swinging, lifted high in the air. First baseman comes over to make the play. He can't do it. The pitcher will take it himself. That's a dangerous play because the pitcher is not supposed to do that. On routine pop-ups in the infield, the corner infielders start to get it. Anyway, Dama takes it himself. We're through 5, 4-3.
And Dama does a great job coming in for Diagno, and is able to close out that inning. No runs scored in the 5th. Still 4-3. Neuqua looking to win this third place title. They're angry that they did not make it to the final game. Wheaton looking to score some runs here, trying to come back in the 6th. We're not sure how much longer this game is going on because of the rain. It's starting to rain and the fans are huddling underneath the covered areas of this field. You're listening and watching on hypercast.net. We're at Silver Cross Field, and this is a 4A third place consolation game in the IHSA baseball playoffs. I'm Philip Vinicos here with Brett Lyons. We're having a great time.
Yeah, we are.
Watching some good baseball.
Yeah, we are. You said it, buddy. We're through 5, 4-3. Neuqua on top of Wheaton.
You can see Ian Crawl warming up on the mound right now. Playing a great game. Only allowed 2 hits so far.
He has allowed the 3 runs. The team's also made a couple of errors on him, too, so give him a break. There's not a huge crowd on hand here for this game.
And what was it, 10 strikeouts for Crawl?
Crawl's working on 9.
9.
He was averaging 2 an inning through the first 4. 4 times 2 is 8, plus the 1 he got in the 5th was 9. Got 1 on Thrope on the 5th, so he's 1 shy of double digits. So he's got the 2-3-4 due up here for Wheaton. Matt Palakadary to lead it off. He's first pitch swinging. That's down the line and out of play. A pop out in foul territory and a strikeout today for the designated hitter for Wheaton. Just an unpleasant afternoon to be outside, heat and precipitation-wise. But it's never a bad day for baseball. That's a chopper over towards short. Took an extra hop at the end. Nearly bit him on the chest.
Yeah, you saw him jump back there.
But Wagner does a good job of holding on to it to get the 4-3.
Yeah, you saw Wagner do a little head move and a little bit of a flinch there as the ball took its final hop, and it was a big hop. Not expected, but Wagner got a good glove on it.
Ryan Jevich,
throw him out at first.
Or Jerich, I'm sorry. The catcher, first one he takes. Single and a strikeout today.
And
he also scored on a balk. That's a little looper out towards left. Coming in and diving at the last minute is David. Waited a little too long to come in and make that play. He had to adjust appropriately, and he did.
Yeah, good play. Again, adjusting appropriately is the key to this large outfield here at Silver Cross Field, Jack Hammer Stadium in Joliet, Illinois. It's a little bit bigger, 400 feet out to center, 327 out to right, and 330 out to left field.
Here's Otto, the first baseman. He's 0 for 2, reach on an error, and a fly out to right. He also came in to score back in the 4th. It's over to first, and they get the out. So a quick 1-2-3 inning.
Crawl doing a nice job with his pitching.
3 up, 3 down through 5.5. 4-3, a tight one. Neuqua on top of Wheaton by a run.
And we're back at Silver Cross Stadium. Silver Cross Field, rather. IHSA baseball 4A consolation game. Neuqua Valley up a run. 4-3 over Wheaton North. It's the bottom of the 6th, and Neuqua Valley is up to bat. You are watching on hypercast.net and HCN Sports Production. I'm Philip Vinicos here with Brett Lyons, and let's get to the action.
First pitch, a backhand move over. Second throw, throws the first. Nice play by the second baseman. He had to move into the hole, use his left hand to backhand, and then fire across his body, and he gets the out over at first. Pretty play from the second baseman.
Yeah, that was a great throw.
Dama's still in there for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Dama doing a good job replacing Dianio.
That's a little bit too inside for ball 1.
And there's a nice gap.
That's a check swing, a foul. He didn't mean to hit that, but he made contact. It's a foul ball.
There's a nice gap in left center field here.
That's a big gap. That's a triple gap.
Yeah, that is a triple gap. If he can hit that, that'd be
a nice
very
slow
good
roller out there that stays on the grass. Just barely makes it to the warning track. You could think about 3, maybe 4.
That sounds delicious.
Berryman takes the next one, 2-2. Didn't we just feed you?
I'm talking about the baseball.
No, okay. Just making sure that wasn't totally weird. That's the second out of the inning. It's a strikeout on Berryman. He's now 2 for 3, had a couple of singles in there. Now here comes Wagner. He's still yet to have an official at bat, a couple of walks. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Wheaton's got only 3 outs left to work with. They need to score at least 1 run. More importantly, they have to hold Neuqua.
And Dama doing a good job from the mound, replacing Daniel. Able to hold Neuqua here. He's forcing Neuqua to swing defensively, and we haven't seen any big hits. Again, big gap in left center.
Foul tipped. That's a strike.
One and 2 the count.
Misses outside. Deuces are wild.
Oh, random sound effect from the PA announcer. I guess you thought that must have been strike 3.
That's him saying, "Hi, Phil." That one's way over the head of the catcher. Javich can just watch it fly by.
Yeah. You know, counts 2 and 2.
That's now 3 and 2.
That's not the 3-2 pitch, or that's not the pitch you want. And now he ends up walking him. So 2 balls in a row there, and walks the guy.
So here's Williamson for the 4th time today. Strikeout, come back to the pitcher, and a reach on an error. So he's yet to get a hit.
Still 2 outs, and Wheaton looking to hold Neuqua here. Runner goes.
There goes a runner. He's there easily. No shot at all. Wagner was off.
And I think the shortstop was mad that the catcher didn't even attempt to throw.
Wagner's faster than a speeding bullet.
Yeah, Wagner is very fast.
So here's some insurance maybe for Neuqua. They got a man in scoring position, 2 outs. They're up by 1.
Wheaton just trying to hold them. They need it badly. They only have 3 outs left to work with. And they need 1 run. Count is 3-0. Not the greatest.
That's a strike down the middle.
And Damo working his way back into the count. 3-1 now.
Swung on and missed.
Good job getting back into this count. 3-2 now. 2 out. Runner at second. Damo looking to close it up.
Runner goes. That's a foul ball. Oh, it was hooking fair. Was riding the line for so long, then just decided to hook.
Yep, very close. And because of that, little sound effect from our PA announcer. It was just riding on that line.
It looked to be going straight with the line, no hook at all. Then last minute it goes. 3-2, call 3rd strike. You knew that was coming.
Dama finishes it up. Finally holds Neuqua to 0 runs in that inning. It was threatening, but they could not do it. 4-3, Neuqua still leads. We're going to go to the top of the 2nd. We're here at Silver Cross Field.
Top of the 7th, 2 up. Wheaton's got 3 outs. They need a run. We'll see what they can do when we return.
And we're back here at Silver Cross Field. Top of the 7th. 4-3 Neuqua leads. It's a consolation game in the 4A division. You see Crawl on the mound still.
That's actually not Ian Crawl. They've got a new guy in there for Neuqua. Try and look up his number as soon as we get to the roster. And here we are. New pitcher in there, number 25, Mike McKinley. He's in to try and close it out for Crawl. There you see his name. First one from McKinley misses down low for ball 1.
Well, I guess
he's on in a safe situation. Kral definitely did his job.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kral doing a great job. You know, you just want to bring in a little more pace. You want to
fresh arm too.
It's
with
fresh
the game
arm
on the line.
Change it up a little bit, and
that's a jammed him on the fist. High pop up over to third, making the play. It's caught.
And give the batters a little bit something they haven't seen yet. Give them less time to adjust.
And overall, it makes nothing but perfect sense. So here's Dama. Eric's 0 for 1 with a walk. Swing, and he comes up empty for strike 1.
It's a good...
They call for time.
Good pitch by McKinley there. Getting ahead in the count here.
The 0-1. Oh, he went around 0-2. A poor check swing.
I was going to say, very poor check swing. And he's really caught looking there.
Called third strike.
Oh, and he was really caught looking.
All right.
Flamethrower because he got burned, right?
2 outs. Neuqua's about to win this thing. They got to do it with one more man, though. It's number 25, Trey Martin. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of called third strikeouts. He's looking to avoid going 0 for. That's not going to help. 0-1.
And McKinley getting it done. Ahead in the count, 0-1.
Down low, 1-1. See, the flag in left center field is starting to really pick up and start blowing now. So are the rest of the banners around this ballpark. I assume some kind of natural force is coming soon. That's fouled down straight to the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Trey Martin trying to get back in here for Wheaton. Called third strike in the inside corner. Game's over, and Neuqua Valley has captured the third place title in the Class 4A consolation game.
Well, they're definitely happy. They did it. They are favored for the championship, but they couldn't win their semifinal. A little bit disgruntled, came out today and won the third place trophy. Congratulations to them. Great season, had a great record this year, and we're again favored to win, but at least they come home with some hardware. And Wheaton doing a great job holding Neuqua in the late innings, but still could not come back offensively. It finishes here 4-3. Neuqua Valley is your third place for Class 4A winner here at Silver Cross Field in Joliet. I'm Philip Vinicos here with Brett Lyons. We'll be back at 7 o'clock for the championship game from Silver Cross Field. We'll
go ahead and wrap it up really quick.
Yep.
For Wheaton, they scored 3 runs on only 2 hits, 2 errors. Neuqua wins it 4 runs on 4 hits and 1 error.
Brett's a Southerner.
Did that on purpose. Of the 39 outs recorded in the game, 18 of them came via strikeout. That's 46%. These pitchers were in it for the long haul. Kroll picks up the victory. Diano takes the loss. For Phil Vinicos, I'm Brett Lyons saying so long from all of us here at HCN. We want to thank you for watching this presentation of the Class 4A third place game. Again, reminder to join us at 7. It's the Class 4A championship game. It should be a good one. The Oak Park River Forest Huskies and the Prairie Ridge Wolves for the rights to the 4A Class Championship. We'll see you then, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention down the home plate for presentations of medallions and trophies. Assisting us again, Dr. Greg Bradley, Principal of Mount Zion High School, Treasurer of the IHSA. At this time, let's meet and greet the Falcons of Wheaton North, who finished the 2008 year in 4th place. Superintendent Dr. Richard Drury. Principal Jill Kulo. Assistant Coach Jamie Porto. Athletic Director Matt Fisher. Matt. Head Coach Mr. Dan Chesley. Now Assistant Coaches Josh Cohn, Jamie Porto. Players. Number 1, Mike Small. Number 2, Nick Currents. Number 3, Bob Monroe. Number 4, Tony Furon. Number 5, Luke Thorpe. Number 7, Ryan Javik. Number 8, Greg Kirchhoffer. Number 10, Nick Norder. Number 11, Matt Calicari. Number 12, Eric Dama. Number 14, Jack Quinn. Number 15, Jordan DiLeonardi. Number 16, Jack Diano. Number 17, Ben Lettenberger. Number 20, Sean Ford. Number 22, Ryan Thompson. 23, David Harper. 25, Trey Martin. 26, Mark Zahari. Number 30, Travis Otto. 32, Jeff Burns. 34, Wade Cervenka. 44, Jeff Shaw. Trainer, Steve Mayo. And now at this time, let's meet and greet the 3rd place finishers, the 2008 season 4A, the Wildcats of Neuqua Valley. Assistant Superintendent Kevin Myers. Principal Mike Pop. Athletic Director Barb Barrows. The head coach of the Wildcats, Robin Renner. Assistant coaches, John Fumagalli, Dave McDonald, Tom Fraser. Players. Number 1, Alex Lincoln. Number 3, Rob Skorowski. Number 4, Ryan Wagner. Number 5, Ken Burtis. Number 6, Mike Festa. Number 7, Travis Weldon. Number 8, Brian McNabb. Number 9, Jeff Rowan. Number 10, Jeff Dean. Number 11, Dan Oleskowitz. Number 12, Drew Sutton. Number 13, Brian Berryman. Number 15, Chris Strupe. Number 16, Christian Schonkweiler. Number 17, Jason David. Number 18, Kyle Kalkoffen. 19, Chris Widow. Number 20, Craig Probow. Number 21, Ian Kroll. Number 23, Jordan Williamson. Number 25, Mike McKinley. Number 26, Kyle Menner. Hunter Pruitt. Trainers Mark Florence, Jason Arquila. And now with the captains and coaches of the 4th place Falcons from Wheaton North, step forward to accept your trophy. Congratulations to the Wheaton North Falcons, finishing 4th in Class 4A 2008. And now with the captains and coaches of the 3rd place Neuqua Valley Wildcats, step forward for their trophy. Congratulations to the Wildcats. Thank you, fans. A reminder, the championship game slated to start at 7 o'clock. I'm sure there'll be no weather problems. 7 o'clock start time slated for the championship game.